Alright, what is up boys? Welcome back to another video, and on this video it is going to be a trade recap on when was it? It was Friday. No, I did not trade Friday. Traded Tuesday, I mean Wednesday. I traded Tuesday. I'm gonna do a trade recap boys on Tuesday's trade, and also I'm gonna do a trade recap on today's trade. On Tuesday I ended up winning, but on today I ended up losing. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started on this trade recap. So yeah. So I'm just back test all the way to Tuesday. Okay, so here on Tuesday, we go to the daily time frame, right? We're obviously just chopping down to the downside. If we go to the 4 hour, looks like we are bearish, right? Since Friday, we have been on a bullish run right here on the 4 hour. We are basically creating higher highs and higher lows right here, right? On the 1 hour, we are bullish, but overall, we are bearish, okay? Overall, we're bearish on a market trend, but recently we have been pushing up for buys. All right, so on the 15 minute, look where the 200's at. It is below us, so we are bullish on the 15 and on the 5, all the way to the 4 hour. Okay, right here. Okay, on the 5 minute. Okay, as you guys can see, we were chopping down all through this time, right when market opened, all the way to 9ish, right? So right here, I was looking around the 1 minute. All right, boys. I did not take anything on the 1 minute today, and I didn't even take one either on the 5 minute. But I decided to take this shade off of a um liquidity. Okay, so as you guys can see here, we swept London session low, right? We didn't push past below it, and the reason why I decided to take this trade was because we even rejected the 200 EMA, right? As you guys can see here, we rejected the 200 EMA, and I decided to enter this trade off of here, stop loss down here, and catch that 1-to-1 RR, right? So I ended up entering this trade off of here because look, like I said, we took out London sessions low. We had a good rejection off the 200 EMA, and we even had a strong push to the upside, right? And if I go to the 1 minute, as you guys can see, we even closed above the 1 minute time frame, right? So I ended up taking this trade just like this, and boom, 1-to-1 hit. I made around $140 on this trade. Now let's go ahead and go on Friday. On ES, I didn't really see anything. Gold, didn't even bother looking at gold. Reason why, it's just to be honest, I just didn't like what I saw on gold here. All right, but I feel like recently gold has been hella volatile, like really volatile to the point where it's just like you don't even know where it wants to go, right? So now let's go here on NQ. Okay, so on NQ, this was a very tough one, boys, because overall, I know that we are bearish. During Asia session, we have been bearish. We're on a bearish run. Okay, we have a 15-minute supply zone here that never got tapped into. Right, we have this 30-minute. We don't have anything on 30 minutes. Sorry, but we are bearish. Okay, we're overall bearish right now. I decided to take a counter trend setup. Reason being why I took a counter trend setup was because Alright. Because overall, the reason why I took a counter trend setup, overall we are bearish, right? But we need some type of pullback or retracements back up to the upside. So what I thought was going to happen was, okay, we scroll down, we took out this Asia session low, okay, and we had a good push to the upside during market open. We have a minor break of structure here. You see. We have a minor breaker structure to the upside, right? And even have this 15-minute demand zone. We have this 15-minute supply zone. We have this 15-minute demand zone. We never tapped into this supply zone. I was going counter trend. Reason why I was going counter trend was because I thought that we were going to be having a retracement or at least a pullback to the upside, or at least take out New York sessions AM high, or at least try to, tap into these EMAs, right? I took a what's it called? A break of the candle trade right here. I entered a little bit earlier. Let me see where I entered. Oh my gosh. Let me replay this back. Okay. I entered off of here. Stop loss down here. And there we go. And we did not tap into the one-on-one. Oh yes, we did. We tapped into the one-on-one. No, I entered a little bit. Oh no, 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 no. We barely missed the one-on-one. All right, we barely missed the one-on-one. We didn't even tap it. All right, so we didn't tap the one-on-one. I entered off of that, off of the 1 minute breakout candle. We never tapped into the one-on-one and stopped me out. Right, so I ended up losing $150. Wait, but I entered a little bit early, little bit later for buys. Oh, wait, no, it's right here. Because 75 points is $150. Now sure, I target this high. Yep, just like that. Alright, so yeah, I ended up losing this trade right here around for $150. And reason being why, like I said, we took out that that Asia session low, right? We had a minor breaker structure to the upside, right? And I thought that we were going to have some type of pullback or some type of retracement back up to the upside just because of how major we dumped during Asia and London session. But overall, I know that I should have been going with the trend. If I would have went with the trend, I would have taken this 13 EMA breakout to the downside. All right, if we go to the 1 minute, I could have taken over here, which we did have a 13 EMA breakout for a 1 to 2 RR. But either way, I did not like the 1 minute overall because I wanted to see it happen on the 5 minute, right? And so I would have entered off of this candle right here, which is going to be the 845 candle and stop loss above here. But yes, that is 100 points, but I would have brought it down to at least 75, right? So as you guys can see, or I would have waited for a retracement. So as you guys can see, this candle did happen at 8:45 for a 13 EMA breakout, but then this candle decided to push up. We never stopped this candle out, but it gave us back down a retracement. So I would have entered once this candle surpassed my original entry, and I would have had my stop loss right here, and my take profit would have been New York sessions low, all right, and which ended up actually winning for a 1 to 1.2 RR, right? It just took a minute, and then there you go, boom. So yeah, I could have taken this trade if I was going with the trend, but I decided to go counter trend because like I said, I thought we were going to have a good push to the upside because of how low we dumped during Asia and London. But yeah, boys. Other than that, I'm still up. I'm still up for the week, but then for the month I am down. Now. But yeah, boys, it just sucks, but we go ahead tomorrow and then we'll go ahead next week. How many days we have left of the month? We have this week and then we have next week. All right, boys. Hopefully we can make it back up and we can catch a dub. But yeah, boys, that's gonna be it for this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.